Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tina and we are called Dirt Therapy Gardens. We are in Zone 6A in eastern Nebraska. Thank you for joining. In today's video, we're going to be working on some seed starting. These are the trays from Gardener's Supply. This is not sponsored, but I just love their products. These are the self-watering trays, and this is a portion of the area where we plant in. So I am not going to be using the other one for a little bit, but I am going to be planting some onions, some red onions. And I've flashed it up here on the screen so you can see if that is something that you want. These are the short day, and that is the kind that is better for my area, is to use the short days. I'm also using the Burpee organic seed starting mix. I don't know how I'm going to get my hands on it in the future. Menards has stopped carrying this one. They are carrying a different brand, so I may have to look around a little bit, but I really like the feel and texture of this specific brand. I am going to try the other brand. I did buy another bag, but I'm going to see. It might be that I have to chase it down a little bit. I do know that Walmart carries it as well. And now I'm just going to put some water inside the soil. This is really important because this will give your seeds that extra boost of moisture that it's going to need to start germinating. So I am just mixing it here in my mixing container. And if you do not have one of these, it is very beneficial. It has a lip on the sides, and it has an area up at the top where you can store pens and different seed packets, labels, anything that you need for your project. So now I have realized that you might have to do it a couple times, add water to get it to the consistency that you need. It typically is very easy to mix together. Your hands are going to get muddy, so you definitely want to make sure you have a towel handy. But I just continue to keep working it until all of the soil has some water in it, and then I will test it out to see if it has enough water. When I take a clump of the dirt, you want it to stick together but not drip out water. So if you start to notice that it's dripping water, just add a little bit more seed starting soil. Otherwise, you are good to go. Now I just start filling the trays. Very easy to just fill the trays. I don't really pack them down yet. You'll see why in a few minutes. But I just am really just trying to get a bulk of the dirt in the seed starting tray. I really love this time of year because I can get down into the garden room and can just really start working on projects. It makes me feel like spring is almost here. Even though there is snow on the ground outside, it just makes you feel like you're getting back to yourself again. During the winter, I feel cooped up. We do get cold, we get snow, even though we haven't had very much snow this year. In fact, we just had our first snowstorm of the winter just this past week, which is in February. So which is really shocking that we haven't had any snow here in eastern Nebraska. We're definitely in the need for rain and snow to keep our flowers blooming in spring. Now I am just working on pushing all of this seed starting tray containers, like all of the little seed pod areas. I'm pushing them down because that is going to give you a space to plant your seeds. And you'll see I made little wells for the onions. Now I'm going to start putting the onions in there. I do put multiple seeds in each of the cells because they're going to be very easy to separate. And here I'm just showing you the seeds and what they look like. They are very easy to grow your own onions. All you'll do is put several seeds in each cell. They separate very easily, and when you get to the point of planting, you just pull them apart and you can plant them right outside. Now what I'll do is I'll harden them off in the greenhouse. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the greenhouse will be ready to go when the seeds are ready to be hardened off. And you'll want to do that as well. You want to harden these off because going from a warmer basement or a greenhouse grow room that you're using and then going into my cooler greenhouse is not going to benefit the flowers. They're really going to need that time to be able to acclimate to being outside. With that said, onions are very cold tolerant, which is really great, and it really yields a lot of onions for you. So I really enjoy working with onions. This is the third year I have grown onions. So I'm really excited to do it again. Now, my success has been with the red onion variety. I really like the sweetness of them, but they don't last as long in storage. So I did want to tell you that if you're looking for something that stores better throughout the winter, then I would definitely go for one like a yellow onion or a white onion. The red ones just don't last as long. I'm just covering up all of the seeds with the additional soil in my container, and then I will be able to start watering and covering them with the dome. That's really important too when you first have seedlings, is to put the domes on, because that is going to hold in that moisture that you have in the soil, and you're going to be spraying on the plant. But I wanted to show you my domes. Of course, I always label them. If I don't have if a whole tray is going to be the same thing, I'll just label the whole tray. Now, I do know that this is going to be onions. I'm not planting anything else that looks like the onions. And since I've been doing it for a while, I don't feel like I need to have a tag for this one. But you are very welcome to make your own tags so you don't forget what you've planted. The other tray that I'm going to be working on is one that I have to label, because I will never remember what they look like or what they are down the road, especially when I have this whole unit filled with plants and seedlings. So now I am showing you that I'm going to be planting some lemon balm. I really want to grow this year. I haven't had much luck with it in previous years, but I'm going to try it one more time. What I would like to do is with the lemon balm is use it in laundry detergent. So I heard that it makes a really good fragrant thing to use as a fragrance in homemade laundry detergent. I'm also going to be doing some sage. Sage I just absolutely love, and I'm really trying to break out and grow more herbs this year. Last year I grew a lot of herbs, but I really want to increase the amount of herbs that I have. Because I like to dry my herbs and crush them or make extract, I also like to infused herb oils. So there's a lot of different things that I want to accomplish this year with my herbs, and so you will see that I will be planting a lot more herbs this year than in years past. I am now making labels for the lemon balm and sage because I will definitely forget what is in this tray. It's one of those things that the onions look so unique, and I won't have anything else that's planted like that. But the other things like the lemon balm and sage are going to look similar to other plants that I will be planting. Now I'm just giving it a spritz of water, and then I will be adding some vermiculite. I like to use vermiculite to retain the moisture for the seedlings, but also giving it a layer of protection. I'm also going to place all of the trays on heat mats. This will help with the germination, especially for those seedlings that like to have the extra heat. My basement is really cold, so I want to make sure that they have the best atmosphere to grow and thrive. So here is the vermiculite. It stores very easily as well. I have this bag from last year. It lasts a long time. So a little goes a long way with the vermiculite. It is now time to put the second dome on and put it on the heat pad. I am so happy that I was able to get some seeds done today. There will be more to come, but I am really glad that you were able to join me today. So thank you, everybody. Have a great garden day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.